Formula One is apparently embroiled in some off-track drama as Renault have launched a second protest against the legality of Racing Point's 2020 car. F1's managing director Ross Brawn feels that Racing Point haven't done anything that is uncommon in F1. This is Formula World, and first up, copying in F1 is standard. Racing Point have just taken it to the next stage. Brawn began by praising Racing Point. There have always been teams that punched above their weight in Formula One, and Racing Point are the latest team to achieve that feat. He then explained how copying is quite common in Formula One. They have made the headlines off track too, with Renault protesting the legality of the car. My view is copying in Formula One is standard. Every team has, in normal times, had digital photographers in the pit lane out there taking thousands of photos of every car for analysis, with a view of copying the best ideas. We used it to give our photographers a shopping list. He then looked into why Racing Point is possibly being singled out for this. Racing Point have just taken it to the next stage and done a more thorough job. There is not a single team in this paddock which has not copied something from another. Ross Brawn had the experience of running a team as owner of Brawn GP back in the day, and reiterated that teams in F1 copy one another to some extent. I'd ask every technical director in the paddock to raise their hand if they haven't copied someone else. You won't see any hands. I have certainly copied others. He concluded by suggesting that the FIA has a tricky matter in its hands. However, Racing Point cannot forget the knowledge they acquired using the 2019 Mercedes brake ducts. I think it is illogical to think they can wipe their memory banks. It is a tricky problem and one for the FIA experts to resolve. Fast feed. Ross Brawn is running out of superlatives to describe Lewis, so consistently impressive has the Mercedes driver been since he joined the Silver Arrows. Andrew Chauvelin, trackside engineer, director for Mercedes, feels that it's great to finish this first triple header with a third win and be able to further extend their lead in the championships. Red Bull's team principal Christian Horner thinks that as they have updates that aren't behaving as expected compared with pre-season testing, they need to go through all the data before Silverstone. He further elaborated by saying that they have got something misbehaving aerodynamically. It's obviously a matter of understanding that and addressing that. Ottmar Safnauer thinks that the 18 points scored consolidate their fourth place in the championship, and pointed out that they are actually tied on 40 points with the third-place team. Ferrari's team principal Mattia Binotto said that to be lapped is very painful for them and their fans. McLaren's team principal Andreas Seidel has suggested that to complete 3 races in 3 weeks has required a huge effort from the team. Frédéric Vasseur, Alfa Romeo's team principal, feels that the end result is disappointing, but looking at the data, it is very clear the car was more competitive than their finishing positions would suggest. Red Bull's advisor Helmut Marko has revealed that they always do training camps of several days in winter, which he thinks paid off as Red Bull were able to repair Verstappen's car before the start quite quickly and would also do the fastest pit stop during the race. Should copying be accepted part of F1? Head over to our community page to vote in the poll and let us know what you think in the comments. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe and check out our others for all the latest in the world of Formula One.